What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So we're once again back here with another new look rebuild, and today we have the Seattle Seahawks, who had a very interesting offseason as they signed Sam Darnold, trade away Geno, and all the other things that they did. So let's go ahead and jump in and do this new look Seattle Seahawks rebuild in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciate it, especially since we're on the road to 10,000 subs. So you want to help us reach that goal, that would be amazing. Also, quick note up top, I'm recording this on May 13th right now, and you guys probably won't be seeing this video until like a week after. I'm pre-recording this for a vacation about to be on. You guys probably have heard me talk about it already in previous videos, but yeah, as you're watching this, I'm in a totally different state at this moment. So here is what the lineup is looking like and what the Seahawks have done. So obviously, they drafted Gray Zabel round 1. You have Cooper Kupp, who they added via free agency after he was waived, and Cooper Kupp returns home. I think he went to college here, or he was born here. I can't remember which one it is, but you have Cooper Kupp, JSN, Torrey Horton's down here, K9, Zach Charbonnet. Of course, Sam Darnold was signed to the big contract after they traded away Geno, and then they draft Jalen Milroe with the Geno Smith pick they got in return. They also draft Elijah Arroyo, and on the defense side of the football, you get Nick Warrior, so we're going to add him to the starting spot. Ernest Jones still here. DeMarcus Lawrence, who they added. And then you have Boy Mafe. So this is all looking really good. Devin Witherspoon, Tariq Woolen, and yeah. And then is DeMarcus Lawrence supposed to be on the D-line, or is he actually fine with leaving him right here? I guess we'll leave him right here. So we're going to leave DeMarcus Lawrence right here for now, and we'll continue to maybe evaluate that going forward. Might eventually change his defense to a 4-3 potentially as well. We'll see. But we're going to go ahead and simulate year number 1. I guess I'm going to change the schemes out of the gate. Sometimes I don't mess with this at all, but we will this time because I want to see this team succeed if we can right away. We'll see if that works out, and hopefully by the end of this, we'll finish up as a playoff team. But you never really know sometimes. Madden be weird. So I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. Will Sam Darnold lead us to the playoffs? We shall see. I can see it going either way, to be honest. But we'll find out one way or another. So at the end of year 1, we finish up at 8-9 and do not make the playoffs. Nobody in top 3 stats either for either stat. But let's go ahead and get to this first offseason. So 8-9 is definitely a record I could see maybe out of the Seahawks. They're a good team, but I could see it going 10-7, 8-9, 9-8, something like that. Maybe Sam Darnold impresses us again. He just had a great season with Minnesota, other than obviously the playoffs in week 18 or whatever. But we'll just go take a look at these stats to kind of see maybe what the problem was. So offensively, we were 23rd in the NFL. And then on the defense side of football, we were 25th in the NFL. So you had 20... Ooh. Oh boy, we throwing 20 interceptions out of the gate. Sam Darnold, I don't know if I really appreciate that too much. That's pretty bad, especially after what you just got paid. So that's not great. 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns from Kenneth Walker. You had 1,100 from Cooper Kupp, 800 from JSN, 800 from MVS. Sacks-wise, you had 12 from Byron Murphy, 10 from Leonard Williams, 7 from DeMarcus Lawrence, 2 from Boy Mafe, 1 from Ernest Jones, 1, and then 1 interceptions. You had 4 from Tyler Hall, 3 from Ernest Jones, 3 from Tyrese Knight, 2 from Warrior, and then 2 from Love, and 1 from Tariq Woolen. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get to this offseason, shall we? Let's get to the re-signing stage, and let's see what we got going on the re-signing stage. And then we got to talk about Sam Darnold. Like, do we bench him already, or do we give him another chance? We'll have to find out. MVS, I'm gonna let go. Tyler Hall, we can actually, I don't know if Tyler Hall was a star dev, but I'm going to bring him back anyway. Just kidding, says no. We're obviously not going to franchise tag him. Yeah, so the rest of these guys can just walk, I guess. So that was a disappointing first season, especially what we got out of Sam Darnold. So would we bench him for Jalen Milroe right away? That is definitely kind of an interesting discussion to think about. But let's take a look at the lineup so we kind of know what we need to go after. So I do think we need another wide receiver, obviously, so that will be helpful. But Milroe is definitely sitting behind Sam Darnold and waiting. We could use a center and a right guard for sure. Another wide receiver. Tight end's good. Running back's good. Defensively, we could use, Derek Hall, star dev, and Nwosu, star dev. Again, I might change his defense to something here in just a minute. Might move this down to a 4-3 or something. We'll see. And then specialists. This is all looking good so far too. Okay, so I think if we go to free agency and try to sign like some offensive linemen, maybe some things, whatever else may be here, that'd be a good start. So 4 offers have been made in free agency. It's nobody that crazy, but we're after Tevin Jenkins, Bobby Wagner to let him retire as Seahawk potentially, Rondale Moore, and Austin Corbett. So let's see what they all say. And we get Wagner and Austin Corbett. So we don't get Moore or, unfortunately, Tevin Jenkins, which is fine. So that sucks, but let's see if there's other wide receivers maybe available. So there's D-Hop, there's Atwell, and there's Elijah Moore. Give me Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore just signed with the Bills, I believe, in real life, so that's kind of a nice addition for Buffalo. Elijah Moore will finally get a good quarterback with Josh Allen. He does. The Ravens are in on him now, so Atwell signed already. Juju, there's Duvernay. Maybe we just have to draft another wide receiver. We could sign like Zacchaeus, who's solid, I guess. We can give him like a neutral offer, but may still sign it or may still draft a wide receiver, but we've missed out on everybody we tried to go for, so we bring in Zacchaeus there. Okay, so not a crazy free agency by any means, obviously, but let's go ahead and head into this draft, and I might even show you the new defensive scheme if we decide to change it before we get into that. We're actually not going to change anything about the scheme. We're going to leave it the way it is right now. So we got Jerron Reed, Leonard Williams, but I wouldn't mind moving Marcus Lawrence down here. I'll be honest. We moved him to like right in. Maybe he could maybe shine there. We can like maybe look for a new pass rusher in this draft. So we might go ahead and do that because I think he'll play better down here anyway. So we'll move to Marcus Lawrence down to right in to start over Jerron Reed. We'll do that, and then we'll get a new pass rusher hopefully in this draft. So, or we can have Nwosu or whatever start opposite of Mr. So yeah, or Boy Mafe. But yeah, it looks good. So Lawrence even goes up. So I like that a lot, a little bit better. So that looks good. And then we'll bring in someone, and we need another corner as well, which we'll look into. So let's go ahead and jump in this draft. We're picking 8 and 9, or picking with 8 and 9 with an 8 and 9 record. So you have to assume that we got a decent little pick. We need a guard as well. So let's try to hit on everything we think we could get. So at pick 13, I'm kind of hoping for a pass rusher here, but we'll see what is available. We got Caleb. Ooh, Caleb Downs is interesting. I don't know. May not. Man, that's tough. Do we take the free safety talent at this point, or do we go for the need instead? We have Julian Love there already. We have Nick Morier. I mean, what pass rusher do we have available? We have Samuel. So really, I mean, I think we got to take the talent, right? Caleb Downs fell to us. Our free safety position isn't bad. Don't get me wrong, but I think we can't pass on it. So Caleb Downs is going to be added to this defense. 1 in true value, dropped in 13. Just too good a value to pass up on. So welcome to Seattle, Caleb Downs. And now let's try to see if we can't get a pass rusher in round 2. And then we still need a corner as well. So let's see if we got a third corner we can get in this draft here. So we got no D tackles needed or necessary right now. We do have Micah Morris, which we do need a guard. We have Jamari Butler, which could be the pass rusher we're looking for. I don't hate that idea. A pursuit, C to F zone, but we just need him to obviously go after that quarterback. So I am going to draft Jamari Butler here in round 2. 103 in true value, normal dev. What a horrible pick. Sometimes you miss some, and I just whiffed really badly there. I apologize. Okay, round 3. Let's try to do better. Sometimes you can't hit on everything, but is there a good corner we can take maybe still available, or do we go offensive lineman and just ignore corner altogether? I'd prefer not to ignore corner, obviously. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and take Delane, maybe LSU. C man, D zone, speed is great. So Mansour Delane is gonna be our round 3 pick. 126 true value, normal dev, 93 speed. Is a body nonetheless. We needed somebody there. Not my greatest draft, I'll be honest, but the good part is we walked away with Caleb Downs, which was okay, but yeah, the other 2 picks I whiffed pretty bad on. I apologize. But let's go take a look at the lineup regardless going into year 2. We got an 85 overall with an 85 offense and an 87 defense. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup here. So Sam Darnold continues to be the starter. Do we start Arroyo over Fant this year? No, I guess Arroyo's... Well, I mean, we can move Charbonnet here, and we can go Arroyo over Fant this year to see what that does. We didn't get a wide receiver either, so Zacchaeus is still going to be that third guy for us. And then the one thing I am going to do on this offense, I don't know if this is going to do anything, but I'm going to go ahead and move this offensive playbook to Minnesota, to where Sam Darnold was really good. Will that do something? We'll see. I've had success with the Vikings playbook before, but it just makes sense with Sam Darnold, obviously, coming from there with the season he had. So Jamari Butler was only 71 overall. Again, not a great pick by any means. So Caleb Downs was added. And yeah, we didn't necessarily need it, like I said, which is why I was kind of hesitant on it. Maybe I shouldn't have drafted him, but you couldn't deny the talent. So we got to find a way to get him involved. But him and Love is going to be, really good. And then Delane is going to be our third corner specialist. I think we should try to get Caleb Downs on the field immediately. So I might put him at slot corner or something like that to get him on the field. We'll see if this goes any better than last year. Last year we weren't great, so we'll see what happens this time around. 8-9. Maybe this time around Sam Darnold is much better. We'll actually make it into the playoffs. We'll see. So just like that, with a different playbook change on offense, we were much better. So that seemed to have worked fairly well, as Kenneth Walker was really good rushing-wise, and Witherspoon had 6 interceptions to be third in the league there. Let's take a look. Offensively, we're 16th in NFL. It looks like Sam Darnold was much better this year. I was ready to give the keys to Milrow if Sam Darnold wasn't about to be better. Defensively, we were 5th in NFL. That's awesome. Yeah, much better this season out of Sam Darnold. I'm glad we were able to give him another chance. You were on thin ice, my friend, but you bounced back. 8 touchdowns, 1,300 yards from Walker, 900 from Cup, 800 from JSN, and 700 from Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was actually not bad for us this year. DeMarcus Lawrence with 13.5 sacks, 7.5 from Leonard Williams, 6.5 from Byron Murphy, 3 from Boy Mafe, 1.5 from Bobby Wagner, and 1.5 from Nwosu. Interceptions, as we saw with Witherspoon, 2 from Wagner, 2 from Woolen, 1 from Boy Mafe, 1 from Ernest Jones, and 1 from Caleb Downs. So Caleb Downs, like I said, it did suck that we couldn't get him on the field, immediately right away, but he's already up to an 85 overall. I mean, we put him at slot corner, so he definitely played a little bit. So I guess he kind of took over that role after we weren't able to get ourselves a good corner outside of, Witherspoon and Woolen. But all right, we're going to play our fellow division rival in round 1. So let's see if Sam Darnold has what it takes to play better in the playoffs, because we all know last time it wasn't pretty. So Sam Darnold versus Brock Purdy. Let's see what happens here in this one in Seattle. The 49ers had the ball first, or I think they had the ball first. It's 7-0 so far. They get a blocked field goal here from us. And now it's still 7-0. Start from 9. And the Niners have not scored yet on our defense. And we'll go up 10-0. Is defense about to pitch a shutout here? It's going to be 17-0. They do get a score in the last final minutes or whatever, but we're going to win 17-7 in Wild Card Weekend over the 49ers. So that's a great start to these playoffs. Let's try to keep it up. But Sam Darnold bounces back from his first playoff appearance and played much better this time around. So I'll see you guys in the divisional now. And now for divisional round, as we have ourselves a battle of the birds, as we get Michael Penix versus Sam Darnold, Falcons, Seahawks. I don't see the Falcons in the playoffs that much in the Madden Sim, so this is different and cool. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure I've played them before, but it's not often I see them. So we will start out on fire, 7-0. We get a stop on defense. So far, so good. 14-0 lead. Can we go to the NFC Championship in year 2? That would be pretty awesome. We're going to be up 21-0. The Falcons have nothing on us so far. We get a big interception from Bobby Wagner, and we will go up 28-7, and that'll be all she wrote. So just like that, 2 easy wins off the Niners and now the Falcons. So now we get to head to the NFC Championship. Sam Darnold is playing very well in these playoffs. I need him to keep it up, as we'll be going to the next round, anticipating hopefully making it to the Super Bowl after that. And now for our biggest test yet, we get to play the Green Bay Packers, who went 15-2. So we head to Lambeau, and we'll see if we can't take down Jordan Love and the Packers. They start off very hot and on fire, but we will respond. They do the same thing again, but our offense is doing great too on their defense. Well, I thought we were about to score and take the lead here. Okay. It's 14-14. Defense are playing a little bit better now. Green Bay will go tie it up, 21-21. The minute 30 left in the game. So there's a minute 30. We're at our own 20, and we can maybe put ourselves in position to go win this game after how crazy this game has been. Man, this is a great opportunity to try to make something happen here. We just need to be in field goal range. Sam Darnold, this is a legacy drive to get yourself into the Super Bowl. So, I mean, that didn't gain much, but it's 4 yards nonetheless. Having a great game so far, so let me not come in and hopefully ruin that. Let's keep Darnold efficient. Let's get him into field goal range if we can. All right. Let's keep this up. See what we got going on. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna leave K9 just wide open in the middle. Nice throw by Sam Darnold, and we're gonna be at the 50. Looking good right now. Just keep this up. I'm gonna slip screen this now to K9. He's been awesome for us. Kenneth Walker, gonna go to him. Nice blocking. We're gonna be close to field goal range. Nice. Oh my gosh, breaks 2 tackles, and we get pushed out of bounds. We are very close to that field goal range now. Kenneth Walker has been the man on this drive for us, and we're gonna keep the ball in his hands with some run plays now. We got all the timeouts in the world. Nice blocking by our O-line. 2nd and 7. Green Bay wastes a timeout. Okay, let's just keep this ball in Kenneth Walker's hands, man. Let's just keep going. I believe Jason Myers is still our kicker, if I'm not mistaken. So Nice hole down the middle. Oh my gosh, we're in field goal range and then some. It's going to be 21-21 right now. And all we got to do is make the Packers waste that last timeout, and we'll have ourselves a chance to get to the Super Bowl in year number 2. Nice all-around execution by our team. Green Bay wastes that last timeout. So we're going to run the ball here one last time, and we'll see if Kenneth Walker can't just get us inside the 10 or something. But this is still very close to where we want to be. 76 comes off the block. Okay, so we'll go no huddle. I want this clock to just come down like crazy. I'm going to run this one more time, actually, and we'll call our last timeout. So let's get even closer if we can. Nice blocks. All right, 4th and 1. We'll call our timeout with like 3 seconds left or whatever, and we'll kick this field goal to hopefully get ourselves into the Super Bowl. Man, what a beautiful, beautiful season this has been, especially after that 8-9 mediocre season last year where Darnold was horrible. This is a way to bounce back. All right, let's kick this field goal. It is, in fact, I believe Jason Myers kicking this off for us, and we will nail it. And just like that, we're headed to the Super Bowl in year number 2. That's what I'm talking about. All right, guys, let's get to the Super Bowl, and let's see who's in front of us there. I can't wait to see if we can get another ring here for Bobby Wagner and the Seahawks in general. Now we got ourselves another Battle of the Birds, as this time we get to play Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. So it gets even tougher. We start off with a stop on defense, and we will go. I thought we were about to score on our first drive, but defense gets another stop. This time not going to be as lucky, though. Can we score? Okay, we have the ball after half. Can we go take a touchdown? Yes, we do. 7-3. Ravens get stopped. It's the 4th quarter. We have the lead right now. Can we make it 14-3? No, the Ravens will score 7-10. Okay, so we're in that position again with all 3 timeouts. We just had a great drive against the Green Bay Packers. Let me see if I can't do this again. We rode K9 last time. Might look to do the same thing. So let's see what they do. So I'm going to get this to K9. Give me a block. Nice. Inside. Okay, so we'll gain about 6 yards. Nothing crazy. That could have been executed a little bit better, but we'll still take it. Still a gain nonetheless. All 3 timeouts to work with. Again, as I mentioned, let's just get JSN the ball, and we'll get out of bounds 1st and 10. Nice. I was kind of looking for K9 in the wheel route, but we just settle with what we had. Okay, 4 verticals. Let's get this ball a little bit stretched downfield a little bit more. Still going to look for K9 underneath if we need it. Yeah, we're going to go to Kenneth Walker underneath. Going to gain some nice yards here. Get us even closer. That looked like a face mask almost, but they're not going to call it. Okay, let's go play action boot now. And let's see if we can't get Zacchaeus or Cooper Kupp on a nice little zig route. See what they do with this. That's going to be well covered. I'm going to have to throw this away. Could have maybe hit B, but that was going to be a risky throw, so I'd rather not risk that and throw an interception here. All right, let's try another zig route, but this time I won't have to come off the play action for it. So JSN, if they decide to leave you open, that'd be awesome. I'm going to throw Kupp on a go. I think Kupp's going to be open inside. He does make... What a catch by Cooper Kupp. Man, that was a great catch by Kupp. Way to hang on to it. Okay. Now we are so close to putting this game within... Okay, we went 5 wide. I kind of wish I didn't, but whatever. We're here now. All right. Might just go simply... Oh, boy. I don't like any of this. I might just throw this away. Let's throw this away. Let's not go 5 wide. I don't want to go 5 wide. Let's get away from that. Still plenty of time to work with. Let's go drive flood. Let's bring everything to the right side, and let's see if they're ready for this. So we're going to try to maybe buy some time on the right side as well. They leave JSN open, and he is going to get the edge. We'll go up 14-10. Now, the Ravens do have 29 seconds left, so they could steal this away from us, and they do not. So just like that, in year 2, we bring home a Super Bowl to the Seattle Seahawks. Bobby Wagner gets to maybe retire on a ring as well, which is even more beautiful. But, man, what a run by Sam Darnold. I do want to go for another season, though, to see if we can't go back-to-back. But that was awesome, man. That was exactly what we wanted. So let's have ourselves another beautiful offseason. What a run by Sam Darnold. He gets to start another year on top of that. So let's get to the offseason, and let's see if we can't go back-to-back Super Bowls. We got a lot of money to work with this coming offseason. I assume there might be like, is Sam Darnold a free agent? I'm not sure. We'll have to see. So K9's a free agent, which we've got to keep. Kenneth Walker, he was big for us. So only 25. Oh, no, thank you. We're going to keep you around. Franchise tagging running back doesn't cost too much. So he wanted to leave, but I can't say that I can allow him to do that. Tariq Woolen. You got Devin. Oh my God. Oh, that's a 5th-year option, thankfully. And JSN 5th-year option will accept 2. Abraham Lucas, who's improved to an 82 overall. Love that. We'll keep him around as well. That's looking good. What else we got? Noah Fant. I mean, yeah, we might as well just try to bring everybody back as much as possible because we just want to Super Bowl with this team. We'll bring in Boy Mafe as well. Although I feel like we could maybe do better there. But we'll still have plenty of money. So Boy Mafe could just always be depth. We'll give Dixon a deal as well to stick around, even though he said no. So whatever. All right, let's go to free agency now. So Sam Darnold was not a free agent. So let's see. $75 million to work with. So if there's like a prime free agent here sitting here, we might have the ability to grab them with this amount of money. So that's good. Let's take a look at the lineup really quickly. So you have everything. I mean, Kenneth Walker's up to a 97 overall. Zacchaeus actually was kind of nice for us. So I like that. O-line is decent enough. Bradford's the weakness. But, I mean, if there's a guard assigned, maybe we go for them. Maybe the wide receiver wouldn't hurt either. So Bobby Wagner did retire, which I think is right. He retired on a ring. Caleb Downs behind Julian Love. He did play that slot wide receiver or slot corner, like I said, for us. So I'll probably keep him in that role, maybe. We'll see, but Witherspoon might take it. I don't know. But all right, let's hit free agency up and let's see if there's anything available. So the only thing that's kind of obvious we may need is a middle linebacker, but I mean, Knight is there. He's not a bad starter by any means. So let's see what we got in free agency, though. If there's anything of interest for us, we have James Cook, which we don't need. There is Odafe, or yeah, we could reunite Odafe with Mike McDonald. So we'll grab him and maybe try to put him opposite of what we got going on right now. But the Raiders are in on him as well, so we'll see. Sheed Walker, Ferguson. We don't need a tight end, although that would be cool. I mean, there is some guard options. We could go for some guard option or O-line options rather. But nah, I mean, we could get Rasheed Walker and put him inside over Bradford. I don't hate that idea. I mean, we got the money to spend, might as well, right? So I'm going to go for him. And then last but not least, let's see if middle linebacker has anybody of interest. So there's Dean. Not really. So we'll just roll with Knight right now. So Odafe and Rasheed Walker. I mean, we'll see if we can get them. We do not get Odafe, but we get Rasheed Walker, I think. And yes, we do. So Rasheed Walker will be moved inside over Bradford. So that just improves our O-line a little bit more. And we can jump in the draft and try to improve there as well. So, overall, I'm pretty happy, man. I mean, we just won a damn championship. So we get to go into year 2 with no pressure, basically. So Rasheed Walker, going to move him inside the right guard, and he will be an excellent addition there. And this team can look forward to trying to go for another Super Bowl. So we'll go right guard for this man, and this is going to look like a damn good O-line now. So you change that up, and look at that. Look at your O-line, and then your weapons are great defensively. Boy Mafe, and then we did get, well, I guess we didn't get anybody else. The Marcus Lawrence Superstar X Factor as well, which is cool. All right, let's go into the draft and let's improve even further there, and we'll see if we can't make the playoffs after that. So, of course, we get to pick at number 32 with winning the Super Bowl. So let's see what we got going on here. So we got Bryce Young out of, or he's a left end, so it's not the Bryce Young quarterback. But we got KJ Bolden, Ethan O'Connor. So I don't mind taking Ethan O'Connor here because we could use another, we could go Jamarius Brown as well, or we could go Quay. What is his coverage skills? Because we could use another middle linebacker. So I do think I'm going to go ahead and take Quay here at this 32nd pick and bring in a linebacker that could have some good coverage skills, move him inside. We'll do that with him. And let's go pick 64. And let's see what we got going on here. So pick 64, Caden Durham goes to the Broncos. TJ Moore to the Packers, I'm seeing. Okay, what else we got here? So we got Marion Peterson, Brown. Give me Jamarius Brown. A depth at that D tackle spot. I don't hate it, so we'll bring him in. So 120 true value, but hidden dev nonetheless. And I think I'm going to let my assistant GM take care of that last pick in round 3. So let's go take a look at the lineup going into year 3. And obviously, there's no pressure. We just want to hope to make the playoffs again and go for back-to-back Super Bowls. That would be awesome. So here is the lineup going into year number 3. So this is what we got going on. So you did get an offensive lineman drafted for us as well, which is great. But you got Cooper Kupp still, JSN, K9, Charbonnet, Arroyo, and Fant. And then defensively, you added Quay, which I need to move him inside like I said I wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So move him inside, and he might start overnight. He may just be depth at this point, but still. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go to middle linebacker for Mr. Quay Russoff. I'm even saying that name correctly. I may not be, maybe butchering it really badly, but whatever. And then I think that's about it. So the only other thing I wanted to do is I want to move I'm gonna move not Witherspoon, but I'm gonna move Caleb Downs to that slot corner because I want him on the field. I want him on the field really badly because he deserves to be out there with how good he is. So slot cornerback, we'll go to Caleb Downs here again, even though Witherspoon is obviously really good in that role. But I want Witherspoon to be the outside corner for a reason. So we'll give this back to Delane as the second guy. All right. I will see you guys at the end of year 3. Hopefully we can make the playoffs again and go on another Super Bowl run. Wow. So very tragically, at the end of year number 3, we go 5-12 and don't even make the playoffs. So what a run we had last year, but it comes to a gruesome end this time around. So offensively, we were 28th in the NFL, and then defensively 15th. I can't say I was expecting that, but Sam Darnold 26-20, K9 with 7 touchdowns, 1,200 yards, JSN with 1,112, and then defensively, sacks-wise, we had 10 from Byron Murphy, 7 to Marcus Lawrence, 3.5 from Leonard Williams, and 2 from Tyrese Knight. Quite unfortunate, especially after we just won the damn Super Bowl, but what can you do? So let's go look at the playoff bracket really quickly as well. So view playoff bracket, and this is what we got going on. So we got Detroit with the first seed, Cincinnati with the first seed, and you got Kansas City, Colts, and then who? So we got the Panthers, Packers, Eagles, Giants, and Cowboys and Niners. All right. Well, let's get to the Super Bowl and at least see who wins that, I guess, and then we can end off on that note. Because unfortunately, we fall short of getting the playoffs in year 3, which I hate to do that, but with the Super Bowl already won in this video, I've already won. So what does it matter, right? So the Bengals and the Lions is your Super Bowl. So let's see who wins it, and then we'll call it good after that. So we got let's see who they give it to. I'm going to say Bengals win it. Bengals win. They beat the Lions. That's going to be all she wrote. If it's going to load. There it is. So the Bengals did win 28-24. As you can see, they won 20-24. And that is going to be it for us, my friends. So we did win a Super Bowl in year 2, which was great. But I'm going to end it off on that note. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. More videos coming, obviously, while I'm on vacation. Hate to end it off on 5-12, but after the Super Bowl in year 2, it's all good at the end of the day. So thank y'all for watching. I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.